Okay, it is time for the thought of the week, and I wanted to address something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately that people are talking about, including our own team here at London Real, and that is about a few different taglines that people have seen recently. So let's jump into this right now. A lot of people know London Real and our tagline from the beginning, which is, "It's about the journey." And that line says so much about why I started the show, why I continue to do it in the face of a lot of adversity and some even non-comprehension of why I was doing it, because ultimately it is about the journey and not about the destination. And it's been such a true tagline when it comes to the guests and the stories and the whole ethos of what London Real is all about. And it's important to me, and quite honestly, this is still my journey, and it's about the journey, and it isn't necessarily to the 1 million subscribers we're going to have on YouTube, or the blah 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 blah, the billion views and all that stuff. And so it's important to keep that in mind. And so London Real will always be known as "It's about the journey." So don't worry about that. Since the beginning, I've always played around with different taglines, like putting the BBC out of business, which I still love. Also, I used "Can't Stop, Won't Stop" for a long time, which was one of the sayings adopted by the Bloods in Los Angeles in the gang wars in the 1980s. And it was just "Can't Stop, Won't Stop" when it came to gangbanging. And that's the way I always felt about London Real: "Can't Stop, Won't Stop." So I've always had different taglines. For London Real Academy, it's "Build the Best You." Even for London Real, sometimes I've said "Be the Best You." And so I think these are all healthy. And not to compare myself with Jay-Z, but he's known as, Hova. He's known as, this and that and that. A lot of people have different nicknames and different taglines. So the latest one you might have seen is "People Worth Watching." And it's something that, a few of my guys came up with, and it sounded like a really good way of communicating to new people to the show. And let me stress that, new people who really don't know what we're about. And when people saw "It's about the journey," they honestly thought it was a travel show. And as you guys know, it's not a travel show. But when you say "People Worth Watching," people seem to get it right away. So it's just something that we like to use when it's like a new touch point for people. Sometimes people show up on the YouTube channel and they really don't know what we're all about, and they see a picture of me and it says London Real, and they're like, we don't know what that is. So that's why you've seen "People Worth Watching" coming out a little bit. And you'll see it every now and then incorporated in the logo, and we're going to use it from here and there, and we're going to play with it. But don't get it twisted. We have not gone away from thinking it's about the journey. This will always be about the journey. I finish each episode by thanking the guest and saying it's about the journey, and I wish them well on theirs. So it's a crucial part of our brand, of my personality, of everything that we're about at London Real. So don't worry about that. Don't get too concerned. It's something I do like to play with, and I do like "People Worth Watching." And I think if I'm trying to contact a new guest that doesn't know much about us, that has a big profile, if we tell them that right away, then they get it. And so that's why we're using it. And also, we're constantly evolving here. And so you'll see a new set. Sometimes you'll see me wearing different clothes. And this show has always been about my evolution, whether it was trying ayahuasca for the first time, or starting Silicon Real, or going to see Dan Pena in Scotland and dressing differently, or having a live event at the Ritz. I'm always exploring new things. And I think you always have to reinvent yourself. And the people that don't are the people that stagnate and get quite boring, quite honestly. And so we're always going to be pushing the limits and play with certain things. Putting the BBC out of business was fun for a while, but, some of my team said, "Brian, enough about that. It sounds this, it sounds that." And so, we've kind of shelved it for now, but every now and then I'll pull it out. So we're constantly experimenting is the answer. To you hardcore London Reelers, don't worry about it. We're still with you. We are still there in spirit, and it's still about the journey. But we want to throw also different messages out there. I think the pickup guys call it fractionation, where you just like to throw different messages. So, one week we talk to a boxer, 1 week we talk to an activist, 1 week we talk to a politician, 1 week we talk to, a guy in fitness. So I like to shake it up, and we like to shake it up, with the logos as well. But I'm listening to your feedback, and I'm constantly listening to what you guys say. So if you like something, you don't like something, I'm there, but I also have a direction I need to go, and it's important that I have a North Star. So when it comes to like the new set and a new look, or, no co-hosts, it's a decision I kind of have to make and stick with it. Otherwise the ship doesn't go anywhere. I learned that when I was flying helicopters. Funny enough, my instructor always said, select, hold, and adjust. Select, hold, and adjust. because when you're flying a helicopter and you're trying to hover, if you're constantly making adjustments all the time, you never go anywhere. So select, hold, and adjust. So I'm selecting, you know, this, I'm gonna hold it for a while, and I'm gonna listen to everyone's feedback, and I'm gonna adjust. So that's the plan. London Real, it's about the journey, people worth watching, putting the BBC out of business, can't stop, won't stop, be the best you, build the best you. They're all us, baby. We're all in this together. Come be a part of our tribe. If you haven't checked out the London Real Academy, get on there. It's so fucking cool. It's not even funny. I'm like trading friend requests, messages with all these people. I got my workups out there, Kettlebell Hell, my 5K run. I got Success Secrets from David Allen this week. I've got my webinar. We had live episode yesterday. It's just all kicking off there. Book club. I got an action item for the book Hooked. I got all sorts of stuff happening. So if you haven't subscribed and signed up as a member, shame on you. Shame on you. You're not a London Reeler. So go over in the Academy, support us, support everything we're doing, and become part of a new tribe. And there you go, man. I'm out of here. Just finished training with Matt Solik, and I'm back to the office. We got some crazy fun business to do. More on that coming later. But that's it, the start of the week. Give me your feedback below. Let me know what you want me to talk about next time. Subscribe if you haven't. Tweet this out, share the love. It's going to be an amazing year here at London Real. So much cool stuff happening. I hope it's a big year for you too. And I think it's time you step up your game. So get an accountability buddy. Get some people around you, you know, whether that's on the Academy or not, and make some changes. All right, that's it. I'm out of here like I stole something.